Hi, I'm Richard Yim. I'm involved with SG Care Centers, helping the migrant to know their physical and spiritual needs. Well, I came to know about the migrant ministry through a brother that came into WAC. Many of these migrants they come here, and then I discovered that many of them have quite high qualifications, but because back in their own countries they couldn't find any jobs, so the only solution is to come out of their country to go to another place to make a better living so that they can send money back to their own country. When they come out of the countries, many of them have to borrow or loan from the bank so that they can come out of the countries. At least for the first one year or two, the money that they send back will not be able to go to their family because what they have loaned, they have to repay back to the banks or the places that they have borrowed the money from. If they can't repay their so-called loans in time, these people that they have borrowed loan from may come and take away their land, take away their house. So you see, for these migrants, their main concern is always, when can I have money to send back for them? Because of this pandemic, and many of them are not working, and then they have no income at all. That means the boss is not getting salary. So in order to help them, we provide them all this free food, free masks and everything, so that just to keep their life going, which I think is very important. Before we talking about spiritual needs, we have to reach out to their physical needs. So during a circuit breaker, I literally came down every day to pack care packs, that consists of sanitizers, masks, vitamin C's, and all these things that we hope that it can be and helpful. What we did, not only the care pack, we prepare a meal, and then we have all these migrants. They walk into our centers to provide food, so we give them free. But we are very thankful because all these are sponsored by churches and organizations that are willing to fall out money just to help these migrants. Because the thing is that a lot of them, many of them, that they don't have food at all. We would like people who come in so willing to befriend them first, to really understand them first, rather than coming in the thing that, oh, I'm here, you are there, I'm here to advise you or whatever. I'm here to come to you, to befriend you, and then to understand your problem when you're away from your family, when you as a migrant worker away from your loved ones, your children. And it's not that you pity them, but because you love them as what God had loved them. In the world, whether you're whatever the races you come from, but our blood is red in color. By talking to them, they will even tell you more, especially some of them as young as 20 or 21 or 22, they already have a wife, have children. Even some of them, not only their own family, they have parents they have to look after. They have brother and sister, they have to send money back for their educations. Some of these countries, like India or Bangladesh, there was a flood that came in, and their house and their so-called field was being destroyed. There's a hard time for them, especially at the COVID time when they have no money even to send back. They're even worse. They have some kind of negative thoughts, or taking their own life. We may not be able to help a lot, but in the sense that we just do what we can, and then eventually when they find that you can be trusted again, they will tell you more things. So that's why I say it's I come back to the very basic. It's sincerity and honesty is very important, that they see in you. It's all this they have to discover themselves. They notice this is a non-religious organizations, but they notice a group of us here is all Christians who are serving them. So it's only that how we're going to live out to let God to work in their life.